for both attacking and defensive side. Pretty much on the macro side of things, you're going to be looking at a mirror as well. So it all boils down to better micro. Blaze Predator, he's going to be revealing the area over there onto the middle of a site.
All right. Recon out to the alpha site. Sushi Boy's in a very committed position here. Luckily, he's a jet, so he's like, okay, sayonara, I'm out of it. They know where he is, but the thing is, they realize they can't push that, and that is just testament to how strong the Viper is here on ICEBOX, just shutting down any hopes of that happening. And with this, Cruz is looking to go a bit aggressive, but he might be in for a surprise because NC Slash is crawling up his way, gets a double dink, and that's a quick early entry into the Bravo site.
You very rarely see an entry frag by a Sentinel, but Zeus will be answering back at least, taking down NC Slasher. He's going to be on the board. Spike's going to be planted here. Post-plant scenario is in place for Boom Esports, but NC Slasher did his job. He paved the way for Boom to be able to safely plant the spike, avoiding the Viper's wrath over there onto A site. Oh my gosh, Flitzer and Eeyore get a pick of their own. Scary gets a double, but Flitzer will be able to trade that out. Now it's going to be 2v1. Fox is down to 22 HP on the board. Will he be able to clutch this? Very unlikely that he will.
Oh, maybe spoke too soon. He did! He does! He gets it! Fox is very sly. He just has enough time to get this defuse, I do believe, and that will be it. Round number 1 in the pocket for X10. A great opening pick there somehow.
Okay.
But still, X10, they made it work in the end.
I did say it was unlikely. I didn't say it was impossible, but
True.
Perhaps that right there, my friends, is an example of the caster's curse for you guys there that are unaware of that phenomenon. It is very real. X10 flipping on around and taking round 1 in a very spectacular manner. This could be a very strong start for them. This could give them the boost of confidence that they need coming into ICEBOX.
I think that's exactly what they need here. That confidence play, to have that clutch go in the way of Foxes, who was having an okay game last time on Haven, but not the best. It's gonna matter a lot. And there's a recon dart in his face. Hilarious to see. NC Slash are able to back away though.
We're here, bit of a stalemate. Shock darts goes out, does get a tag on the flip shooter. Seems like NC Slasher is forcing a Marshall here. Wonder if he can make a play with that. But with 4 Spectres on the opposite side, it's going to be a tall order. Sushi Boy's almost getting caught off guard there. He does go down in the hands of Asterisk, but at least he took down Flitzer over there. Still, 4v4. Not quite sure if Asterisk can get that gun. I don't think it's possible for him just yet.
Can these latter weapons be retrieved? Foxes, he's been sly time and time again, sneaking his way into somehow unfavorable positions, but still winning them. Can he do it once more? He is that defender to make first contact on the alpha site. He might not typically want the Sova to be in that case, but it's a position he's put himself in. Oh, he could barely see the feet of Eeyore there, the legs of the Viper on the Boom Esports side, but X10, they find one pick, not be able to find a double. Scary gonna get the trade, and it's a 2-for-2 trade either way. Now they're in a 2v2. The weapons and health advantage, numbers as well inside of X10. That's Zeus smiting this round down from up above.
You know, beautiful movement coming in from Zeus. That counter strafe, it just makes him impossible to hit with that Marshall. Quite unfortunate for the side of NC Slasher. Now, he did force out that Marshall. He's probably... Yep, he's still going to be able to buy in this round. But I don't think he's going to be having an alarm bot for this round at least. But nevertheless, this one is going to be a buy round for Boom. And they are looking like they can turn this round in this third one. They will have a slight gun advantage, but a couple of X10's agents are going to be on the Vandal as well. Sushi Boy's taking point here. Does not get detected by that recon, so he's off to a good start.
0-2. Currently at the moment, X10 losing that second, rather, even after winning that second round, not going to full buy up just yet. They got the 2 Vandals, which I do like, especially here in ICEBOX. A lot of teams would still buy up some Spectres or maybe something here in the third round, but knowing the long ranges you take in this game and on this map, especially on the A site, That's exactly a case in point there. Blaze King finding that pick, and even if he did have a better weapon, still not able to win it in the fight there. Foxes is now Boom Esports. I love this. Even after finding that pick, they know that's going to pull the defense into the A site. The rotation shall come in from X10. That's going to leave the Bravo site a lot less defended here for the take.
Yeah, it seems like X10 has pretty much committed all of their defensive resources over there onto A side. Zeus is going to be left to his own devices to try and fend off the offensive over there. And B, Viper Wall goes out. However, yep, it is going to be the standard Viper Wall. And Smoke is going to go out there as well to try at least stifle the plant and delay it for the time being. Asterisk, you know, he's losing a lot of HP points thanks to that decay and thanks to that nano swarm over there, but he does manage to get the spike plant down. 12 seconds left on the clock. Zeus struggling to stay alive over there at the back site.
Oh, well, doesn't matter because they're doing a great job at cleaning up house here on the Bravo site. Perfect, lovely, coming from Boom Esports. After that opening pick on Foxes there on the A site, the Sova being taken down, information gathering taken away from X10. And you can see because of that, because it was a Sova who went down, when the rotate came into the A site, they didn't have information gathering left, which meant that even though they heard the recon ball coming from Boom Esports on that B long position, they did not rotate yet because once again, they did not have a Sova to check for that information on either site. That is why the rotation coming from X10 was a bit late. You saw, even on that take, there were still 3 on the A site. Still though, an amicable job done by NC Slasher to delay the plant enough for the rotation to come in, even if it was late. In the end, though, the gunfight went in the way of Boom Esports, and they take a round.
You know what? I am kind of concerned here. Zeus is holding a close angle with a Bucky. Now, if he gets a couple of picks at the very least with this Bucky, holding that close angle, this could actually be a winnable round for X10. He didn't get spotted by the recon, was able to reposition, but now, yeah, he's not backing down as of this moment, but the rest of Boom Esports are slowly rotating the A site. And they're in for a surprise here, as X10 is at a very forward position, doubling up Foxes and Sushi Boys right there. But they only have a couple of classics and can't really do much.
Oh, well, they got a lot of damage in, but not enough to confirm the kill at the very least. Flip Jitter following up there on the Sushi Boys. This should be a washed round, but Scary finds a low Flip Jitter. He's going to find a second somehow, but a quick trade-off at least coming on in as Scary finally does come on down. Asterisk is going to catch him off guard. And Zeus, is he looking? Oh, he's looking to take the ult orb. Okay, I thought he was going to try and save the Bucky, but he might just attempt to do so.
I think he's probably going to go for it, or at least, you know, die to the spike. He needs the cash. But, you know, he was able to get the ult orb. Very good presence of mind exhibited by Zeus here. Goes for the turret, try to gain a little bit of information. And yeah, he's going to be primarily using the classic because fights are going to be pretty much long range. So.
Ooh. Well, he's got the...
Oh, the timing!
Somehow works in his favor. Not for long, though. This Predator does, Blaze King does get the second round of the board, tying the score on up. And X10 once again with the guns here. Cruz, not the best game to start off just yet with, but we know the caliber of the player that he is, being one of the leaders of this X10 roster. That's probably not going to last for too long.
For the side of Boom Esports, you got a Resurrection, Bladestorm, and Viper Spit online. On the other hand, we have Foxes and Scary with a Hunter's Fury and Viper Spit. Pretty equal in terms of ultimate economy here. Slight advantage for Boom Esports. Blaze King will be using that recon just short of spotting out Cruz right there. However, gonna double down on his reconnaissance with that drone as well. Sushi Boys will be trying to go for an early aggressive pick using this operator. It is pretty much a 50-50 gamble, but he manages to make it work. Cruz as well will be taking out Blitzjitter. This is a very good start for X10 into this round number 5. Asterisk, though, they can't play for res. I'm not quite sure if the body is up there onto belt or if it actually dropped down black and blue.
I think it's... Well, they've retrieved it now, so that problem's dealt with. Zeus finds that pick onto Blaze King. Nier is trying to dip his toes into the soup, but Sushi Boys deletes him in third person, which is hilarious to see. 1v4.
Yeah, Asterisk left to his own devices here. Not much he can do at this point in time. They have pretty much every angle marked, but actually Sushi Boys might get caught off guard. I'm not quite sure. Asterisk is going to be circling around Maze, trying to get a pick here and there. Oh, just short of a quick 2K. That would have been kind of winnable if he was able to spray transfer right at that moment. But again, tall task for any human on the planet without inhuman reactions. So understandable there. X10 up by a point on the board. Sushi Boy still holding on to that operator. Definitely had a huge impact in that previous round. Wouldn't expect him to hold on to that gun for a lot longer in this first half.
Well, X10, once again, retaking the lead. They haven't had this in like 2-3 rounds now, so a really good sign for them at least. You're on the defensive side. You need every single round that you can get. Maybe at least 7 on the defense. At least 5 minimum. Boom Esports crawling up mid. That smoke is going to keep him at bay. Foxes almost finds the timing on that. He lands in between the two crossing players on Boom Esports. Flip jitter. Oh, the timing too. They just barely miss each other. Zeus at the end of the kitchen. Who's going to cook each other up here? Who's going to be served at the end of that platter? Seems like no one for the meantime. Holding on that push there, Flip jitter. The Sushi Boy is looking to do something here. And Belong, he finds the pick and he's going to try and back off. Take a vertical position and angle to hold.
Asterisk, though, does use that resurrection, but Sushi Boys just so potent on that operator, man. This guy really knows what he's doing with that gun. It's one of those moments that I kind of wish that, you know, we would see more of those plays more frequently because it's just so fun to see. And there we go again. Sushi Boys is not done, Black and Blue. He's just getting started.
Perfect textbook in how you want to play the operator. He's at a 4K right now, almost getting a 5th. And Slasher, he does get that kill, but Zeus will confirm it. The damage has been done. And the sniper, the enemy at the gates, falling back every single time. Sushi Boys slicing them up. Textbook on how you want to play an operator right there. Take a shot, back on off, take another, back off further. Keep on doing that rinse and repeat. Fall back after each pickoff. He's definitely a top graduate of the sniper school. X10 here now with a 2-4 lead.
Sushi Boys must be a fan of the Op Academy. I kid. But, you know, when you have an operator, when you have a potent operator on the field, that intimidation factor really tends to paralyze the opponent. Let me tell you now, Boom is going to be pretty afraid of that, or at least they better be, because Sushi Boys, again with an opening pick to the opposing jet, a huge pick at the opening of the round here.
Oh my goodness, Cruz, they line up for him. It's an anti-eco, but, well, impressive nonetheless. Okay, Blaze King not going down without a fight, amicable, but Cruz, as I said, you know, he might have gotten off to a slow start, but this type of confidence plays, it might just be exactly what he needs to get the game going. He has 5 kills right now, 4 of that coming from the previous round. You just saw there, round number 7. Boom Esports, they're going to be able to buy up once again, though. The operator here in the hands of Sushi Boys, and got 4 ultimates as well to hold on to this round. It's a tactical timeout called here by Vim. Called here, rather, Viminal by Boom Esports. Not you didn't call it.
No, of course. I'm not the coach. But yeah, as we head into this tactical timeout, Black and Blue, you know, they say that the job of a duelist, his primary job in the team sense, is to make space for his team. Now, what a lot of neophytes don't know is that even on defense, that is the primary role of the duelist. You have to make space for the rest of your team. And let me tell you, Cruz wouldn't have gotten that 3K if Sushi Boys was not able to open up that possibility. And as a duelist on the defensive end, it is your job to make, to constrict a lot of map control in your favor against your opponent. You need to take up space, even on the defensive end. Sushi Boys knows this and does it very, very well.
And, you know, what a lot of people might miss is that when they think of making space as a duelist, they typically think specifically with kills, but no, just the mere position sometimes that you're holding in allows other angles to be played that might not necessarily be as favorable. And now, curiously enough, Cruz this time, operator in his hands, holding down that B-long position all the way deep there. But Boom Esports are looking to take the fight towards mid. The boiler is certainly heating up. They're looking to split this A site. The Cloud Burst can give him some concealment, but I'm not sure if it's enough. They can see over it, and Zeus lines him on up. A double for him. Ear will get the trade-off, but shut down quickly here by Foxes. Scary chiming in. Veminal, it's a quick shutdown on this A site. This Blaze King quickly melted down.
Yeah. Scary with that Odin. Absolute dread in the air, rightfully so. As he gets the 3K, secures a round victory for X10. It appears a tactical timeout, just not enough for Boom to be able to figure out how to stop the bleeding at this point in time. Round number 9 will be underway in just a few seconds. X10 looking real strong here. Interesting choice here for Cruz because he's going to be holding down the operator. Sushi Boys is going to be on the rifle instead. And these are the types of things that top tier teams love to do. They sort of switch around the guns, sort of switch around who gets to hold the operator. Another misconception, Black and Blue, is that only the Jet can hold the operator. The fact of the matter is any agent can be the operator for the team. And right now, seems that Sushi Boys is going to be atop that boost over there. Let's see if he can be successful in that. He's doubling up with Cruz.
I mean, by all means, Sage is a very viable operator agent. Like, if you really want to look at it that way, what utility are you going to be throwing on early in the round? What, a slow orb? Come on. So, for the meantime, that's all they got to really deal with. Cruz, though, his sight lines have been covered up, and he lands a shot. Fox is doing the same thing on the other end of the map, and Sushi Boy is going to chime in to help the flank here of Cruz on that op. A quick shutdown here by X10 and Boom Esports. It seems like a new leaf has been turned over by X10 over them.
Yep, still sustaining their momentum. X10 looking hotter than ever before. It seems like this goes against what we previously thought, Black and Blue, proving that X10 a lot stronger on ICEBOX compared to their Haven game. So, again, really early on in the game. It's still only round number 10. You can't write off Boom Esports just yet. But the fact of the matter is, X10 is looking like they're going to run away with it. Again, more adjustments coming into play for X10. Scary now going to be relegated to the role of defending B long. Now, the rest of Boom Esports knows this. They are going to be attempting to still turn up the pressure over there in B long and make a push onto B side. It's going to be a straightforward push here, I do believe, as the lockdown is going to be going down by NC Slasher. He does think about it, or perhaps thinking about the timing a little bit more here.
Certainly a lot to ruminate about in this matchup. Asterisk, okay, faking the plant out there. He knows that's exactly what was going to happen. Hunter's Fury will not connect. They completely successfully sold this fake out, but still Foxes finds the frag on the flip shitter. It's huge here, coming from X10. The lockdown will be placed to try and buy them some space and to try and go for the plant. He has just barely enough space there to hide from it. Nancy Slasher will use that time given to go forward as Cruz will shut him down after getting a pick.
One enemy remaining.
Cruz gets a pick onto Blaze King. Scary as well on the Odin yet again. Switches over to the Vandal though. It's all down to Eeyore, but yeah, that's going to be a no-go against 4 of X10 Squadron. And of course, they're going to be giving a defuse to Scary. Get another ult point on the board. Round number 10 goes in favor heavily of X10. Boom Esports not being able to stop the bleeding. It seems like what happened to X10 in the previous map, this is just a complete Uno reversal.
Yeah, when you least expect it, you think like, I've got one more card in my hand. Nope, they pull out the +4, and they pull out the reverse too, to give it to all of you. So, unfortunate for here, Boom Esports, they were looking really hot coming after game number 1 on Haven. Map number 2, well, seems like ICEBOX has just frozen them shut. As X10 are looking to end the half-strong 6-round lead for them. And Sushi Boy's looking to aggress here on that Jet with the operator. Definitely, I think, the right sort of mindset to have even in this situation. Even when you have a lead, go ahead, take the initiative, make a play.
Sushi Boys does not connect on that shot. He's going to be able to dash out at the very least and get a quick heal from that Sage. Sushi Boys, though, will be attempting a repick, and it does connect this time around onto Blaze King. Another impactful frag coming in from Sushi Boys, but Eeyore will be ending his tirade at the very least with a stinger at that range. Unbelievable, as Cruz gets the trade.
You've seen lots of highlights of the stinger, at least here in Southeast Asia, on iceboxes. If 1-1 frag goes either way, it's a 2v2. They can try and go for a plant, but you can see they try for the fake out first and foremost, and in that case, well, Asterisk walks in his demise, but he brings it to a 1v1 here, Flip Shitter. Odin versus Bulldog. Unorthodox weapon, so having a clutch situation from both sides. Does retrieve the Phantom, a bit more meta. A bit more typical. Gonna fake the defuse on out. He's gonna peek this up, but it's so dangerous against Scary, who has no fear in his heart, in his mind. Terrifying to go up against an Odin in that situation. 2-9. X10 looking to end the half even stronger than we ever could have expected.
I mean, more bullets, more chances to win. That is rule number 2. Fundamentals of Valorant 101. First rule is to click heads and win the game. But again, that would have been absolutely monumental in terms of Boom Esports' chances of winning this game. They can still make it a very deceptive 3-9 scoreline, though, Black and Blue.
They definitely can, but I mean, will that be enough for them to bring it back on the less favored defensive side here in Icebox? That remains the question, Veminal. 2-9, and even if they bring it to a 3-9, I'm not sure about their chances with this one. X10 might just start to run away with this, but you're gonna have to see the end of the half first. Okay, Blaze King blazing that path into the Alpha site. Not an easy task to do, especially with the weapons disadvantage that they do have, but he retrieves a Phantom off of it, and they can go for the plant now.
Yeah, equalizing the odds at the very least. They are X10 is a man down. They still do have the firepower advantage here. SC Slasher with the powerful flank right here. A quick 2K. Zeus trades him out, but Blaze King is right there to back him up. 2K for Blaze King makes it a 3-9 scoreline. This could be the 9-3 curse that we were talking about earlier, Black and Blue, and only time will tell. Momentum is on the side of Boom. If they can take the first couple of rounds, they could mount a huge comeback. And yet again, X10, they could get knocked out of the playoffs here if they don't win this map.
I mean, imagine this. They win this pistol round, they have economic advantage for the next round. That brings it to a 5-9. They need one good gun round to force X10 back into an eco, and that could easily be 7-9. And in that case, it's anybody's game. And so, Boom Esports, not out of contention yet. There is a chance here for the Indonesian squad. The team we were touting as a first seed, who have been yet to look like their stellar performances in the past, but they're looking to live up to that once more here in the final match of theirs in their own group here at the C playoffs. Let's see if they even get the seed into that playoff slot. It's now the pistol round coming here from Boom. Defensive side looking to retake on the A maybes.
Interesting play coming in here from X10. Drawing aggro, pulling the rest of Boom Esports onto the B long area. But little do they know, they're actually right there in the middle of A site. Spike is there. They're ready to execute. 1 minute still left on clock. There's plenty of time. So I'm pretty sure Boom is going to get a hint of this intent from X10. They're going to be rotating quickly back. X10 going to be committing onto site. Oh, that's a really pesky turret.
We've seen a bunch of, as chat likes to call it, illegal turrets here so far in the tournament. Not necessarily truly illegal.
Black and Blue.
They've been looking really fun. As for the meantime, the dink though goes in the way of X10, and by all means, I think they're maybe able to close this half. Eeyore opening things up there, but Zeus trade off. Sushi Boys really nice shots by X10, and Zeus finds a second. 2-2 on the board. Asterisk and Predator. Eeyore just completely hooting his way into this one, dipping his hand into the honey jar, asking Pooh, hey, what's the juice? And they get the round at the very least here, coming from Boom. Still, very nicely done.
Boom with a bang. Comes into the second half, looking like they want to redeem themselves in the second map of this series. That went absolutely the way of Boom Esports. They really needed that round. We were talking about this earlier. If they lost that one, then this would have been done and dusted. But now, pretty much anything is within the realm of possibility. But still, X10 is up by 5. Boom will really have their work cut out for them, no matter what happens.
Flip jitter, flipping it on its head. Sushi Boys, Eeyore able to find a double here on the opposing Viper to cap it off after the trade. Scary will get his own, but, well, Classic at that range. Scary prospect. Another jumping right click, landing there on him, but fortunately, Asterisk is right around the corner as a Sage to get him healed back up. That's a 2v4. Not looking well for X10 at the moment.
Slowly making their way onto here. Bit of a defensive, really passive position by Boom Esports here. Oh, Asterisk gets a pick. Eeyore gets one as well. That's round 14 in favor of Boom Esports here. Scoreline is 5-9. We talked about this, Black and Blue. If they manage to flip this gun round, despite them having the gun disadvantage here, then X10 is going to be in dire straits yet again.
Well, as I talked about it on the opening half, I mean, the opener to the second half, if Boom Esports win that pistol, then they can definitely bring it to a 5-9, which they have. If they get one good gun round, which is this one, they can bring it to a 7-9. In that case, they're not out of the game just yet. X10 have some bit of a cushion to work with. Yes, they got this lead, but can they hold on to it is the question. They're going to need this gun round to make that a reality. The A site looking to be taken, but there's a lot of hurdles in the way of that, with all this utility being placed by NC Slasher and the Killjoy.
Yeah, Recon goes out, doesn't really scan anything, doesn't really get any info as Sushi Boys makes his way over there. NC Slasher, he's going to be relinquishing site control, which is definitely a good idea. I think at this point in time, they can definitely go for that retake.
Blaze King through the smoke, just runs past it and gets a kill, but Scary's not going to let him do any much more damage. 4v4, the plant will go down. No denial on that coming here from X10. Rather, sorry, from Boom Esports on that defensive side. Is Boom looking to play the retake. They've got the utility and the ultimates to make it happen. Viper's Pit coming on now. They can go for the half here and let it go. He lets go of it, though. I think he was forced off by something. Maybe a nano swarm, if anything. Maybe some damage through shots, but case in point, you're not able to stick to get the half at the very least.
NC Slasher is going to be able to get half the spike. He's going to be sticking it, Black and Blue. Scary takes down Eeyore, but it's going to be a 6-9 scoreline in favor of Boom Esports. This is what we feared. Now, at this point, it's pretty much anybody's game. X10 is going to be forced into another eco state. Boom Esports, they're going to have the economic advantage, the firepower advantage. However, at least for X10, they will have that lockdown in place. They will have the Viper Spit, but they're probably not going to use it in this round, perhaps in the next buy round.
A very, quote-unquote, nice scoreline for these two teams, at least for Boom Esports in the meantime. With them having this economic advantage, this is what we feared for X10, as you said, Viminal. These could easily be a 7-9. That was the win conditions. Win the pistol, win one good gun round. They're in the game, and they're back in it for sure. NC Slasher playing close. I'm not sure if this is the right decision. They might just double peek him. And with that, Cruz backs off, and he's looking to do the same, not wanting to continue to aggress on this fight.
Sushi Boy's just checking his corners diligently. If he gets a one-tap here and retrieves a gun, this could really turn the tide of the round. But let me tell you, it's not looking pretty here for X10. NC Slasher going to be taking the high ground, maintaining visibility right there. X10, Scary. And of course, this is the pre-patch of the most recent one. So of course, the Viper Spit actually is deployed away from Viper itself. Very interesting to note right there. Asterisk down to 1 HP thanks to that DK, but he's going to be sticking to his guns, holding the line as Foxes enters the site, tries to go for those pre-fires, not really successful. The spike still has been planted, Black and Blue.
Yeah, like even with this Viper's Pit on the site, a cloud looming over their heads, and it might be their own friendly Viper's Pit, but they realize the presence here of Boom is a bit too much to deal with. 12 seconds left on the clock, a dozen more, and they might just lose it. The spike does go down, they're gonna have to retrieve it and plant immediately with Blaze Predator. They find a double kill asterisk, and the round taken and seized by Boom Esports. 7-9, and they're within reaching distance of this lead right now. A valiant effort. Nice try from X10 to get the plant off there, but perfect timing from Boom, even better. And X10, by all means, right decision to make, call the timeout.
4 consecutive round wins for Boom Esports. This is the comeback that Boom Esports fans have been waiting to see. We finally have it here. X10, they gotta be really shaking in their boots right now. Boom Esports gotta have ice in their veins. They're looking very cold-blooded at this point in time, looking to take the map, looking to steal the lead away from X10 in round 17. Now they still have the gun advantage here. X10 finally can have the gun advantage as well. The question is here, Black and Blue, for the side of Boom Esports, when is Flipster going to bring out that operator and put on even more pressure onto X10?
I'm not sure if that's a prospect that they even want to consider right now, X10, because that's not a good position to be in. Although he does have enough economy to buy that operator itself into this round, not seeming to want to pull it out just yet, even if they are on the defensive side. X10, they've got money in their pocket, and will continue to grow. Will their stock go down the drain? X10 looking to go for an A site take once again, yet to be successful in taking any site and any round win here on the second half, but they're really close. 2 rounds ago on round number 15 on this A site. The post plan just not working out with the defuse happening in the Viper's Pit itself. So X10 lockdown plays here in the A site. They know it's game time. Now is the round. This could be where the lead switches. This could be where the momentum shifts. Everything is riding on this round. And X10 are looking to put all their stock and all their eggs into this basket.
You know, it has to be this round of all rounds, but Boom Esports, they haven't expended any of their utilities just yet up until now. So they have a good chance of retaking this one. Cruz at a very cheeky angle there. Fox has his own skirmish over there in the mid lane, but Scary will be starting things off. The first blood onto NC Slasher in round 17. Asterisk. Really sneaky. Going behind that barrier orb. See if we can actually get a pick or two here. Eeyore will be taking down Cruz. Blister, a pick of his own on the Sushi Boys. Zeus and Scary will be answering back. Zeus with a 2K. It's going to be down to Eeyore, but X10 will be taking round 17. Very well played coming in from Zeus. The absolute MVP of that round. I mean, not discounting the lockdown, of course, coming in from Zeus as well.
Looking pretty scary for a moment there for X10, especially with Flipshitter and Asterisk both getting on the back of the site. A really good job here from Zeus, the coach, standing in for Patefan for X10. And with that round, they have just won their first in the half, and this honestly could be a turning point for X10. They were looking pretty spectacular on that first half, ending at 9-3. The Boom Esports have suddenly come back, and there's only a 3-round difference between these two teams. Flipshitter getting caught out, and that's the opening that X10 needed. Now the site is wide open. They can suddenly make things happen. Reconnaissance on out. Aldrone as well. Turnt will give away the position here, Zeus, but I don't think they mind just yet. Looking to pull back even after the opening pick.
You know, I don't think this is the right time for Boom Esports to take gamble peaks like that. And if this round is going to be over, it's going to be in the fault of Flipsinger. But what did we see there? It seems like Scary kind of escapes with his life. I don't know why. I mean, I don't know how, but Zeus eventually will be getting Eeyore.
All right. Nice take here in the B site. Seems like, I think on that, Scary watches maybe a bit too many Asuna highlights. Trying to do something funky. Mission Impossible style, but 2 versus 5.
Finished.
Nice shot by NC Slasher. Okay. He heard that and he reacted to it. He didn't even see him. He just heard it on his left side. And by all means, landing it perfectly. But That's a bit of a consolation prize for this round, as X10 will successfully take a very convenient, if you catch my drift, 7-11 round here. Single one away from match point, and Boom Esports, they pulled out the operator here, Viminal, as you were kind of expecting them to do, but it just wasn't, didn't really come into play, because as a fact, Flip Jitter went down, and Fox is at the very cusp of the event horizon of that Radiant explosion, surviving another day.
It was just something that backfired for Boom. And again, you know, I blame Flipster on that one. That was too risky of a peak. They had no business taking a gamble at a 7-10 scoreline, especially with an expensive investment using that operator. But at the very least, Flipster in this round, he does have the Blade Storm handy. Could make a play with it. And he has to make a play with it because this is 7-11. He doesn't make a play with this now, it's going to be X10 on match point, and they're going to be playing on overtime. And by that point, the mental battle will be won in favor of X10. You don't want that to happen. This is their last stand for Boom Esports, arguably, as Foxes does reconnaissance onto the site.
Fox is here. He has crawled up a bit, but it's Blaze King instead, who's looking to do something to the opposing Sova. Going on this peak. Sushi Boys walks into his sights and he just lands a shot. One and done. Lockdown here will force him off, and they're looking to rotate, but the thing is, Boom Esports, they know this is exactly what's going to happen, and they're already on the rotation here to stop this from happening. Two on the site. Eeyore going to try and play a bit back towards that yellow position, and he finds a crossing Zeus. A bit too haphazard, I might add.
Perhaps X10 getting a little bit too antsy here to secure match points. But Cruz, at the very least, will get the resurrection onto Zeus. He's back on the field. And this is huge. Getting another body, of course,
30 seconds left.
gives him the man advantage against Boom Esports here. But Flipster is going to get taken down by Foxes, equalizing the numbers on the battlefield. Rest of X10 trying to rotate around over there onto A site. Yep, 12 seconds left on the clock. There's no choice. There's no choice for X10 rather than to plant over here on A side. Pretty standard take right there, but at least NC Slasher will be taking down another member of X10. Cruz answers back and trades. NC Slasher asterisk will be bringing Flip Strider back to life. Retake is underway.
4 versus 3. And Cruz is a great position here to catch him off guard. And so does Zeus. Scary finding one. Cruz finding one of his own. Eeyore and Blaze do get the double though. And Zeus chiming in here. Lockdown place. They want this round. They're going to put the pressure even more. And Zeus will find the kill. Their big brain play from the big brain coach as X10 have secured match point.
Match point.
An absolute tipping point of a round for X10. As we take a look at the economy in just a little bit, we will be able to determine whether or not Boom will have a huge gun disadvantage. It seems like they can all still afford full buys here, with the Blaze King an exception to that rule with a half armor here. But X10 has the momentum. They have sustained it after their tactical pause. It just goes to show how important that is. And yeah.
A hallmark of a good team is making that comeback happen after calling a timeout. And once again, it seems like this could be where Boom Esports make the comeback. They've done it time and time again in the past, but against a team like X10, I'm not so sure. Punches Fury out, we'll get that tag in. We'll tag him once again, and Asterisk taken down. This is the first step here for X10 making the comeback real.
Spike planted.
Eeyore will be taking down Sushi Boys right here. This is, once again, the real last stand for this time around for Boom Esports. They have no choice but to play for overtime, obviously. Blaze King throwing those shock darts. Foxes will be taking down NC Slasher 4v3 at this point in time. Eeyore's going to be going for the tap. And this is going to cause X10 go into a bit of a panic here, but Scary and Cruz, a tandem that is a force to be reckoned with. It's all down to Flipstrider. 45 HP. Scary will be securing the round. 7-13 in favor of X10. Boom goes down. Not a bang.